It's your everyday getaway, Kansas City Live. Now back to Meredith Haynes and Brett Anthony.
Independent movies are getting a real big push here in the Metro.
The world is a dirty place. You can't avoid it forever. You go out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, of course I go out.
How often do you go out?
I go out very often. Over the course of my life, I've been out many times.
And when was the last time?
I'm a little uncomfortable with this.
Kip.
All right, that is actress Leslie Kendall. She stars in the dark comedy called Body, Antibody. It's showing tonight as part of the Kansas International Film Festival. And she's here to talk about the award-winning film. Welcome.
Hi, good to be here.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So, Body, Antibody, what's the play on words there? Is that part of the storyline?
It is very much a part of the storyline, yes. And this is about a man who has been essentially trapped in his apartment for close to a year because he has very severe OCD. He's terrified of germs. He has social phobia. He's frightened to interact with real people.
So he has many problems besides just the OCD.
Oh, yes, yes. No, he's a whole, he's a self-contained unit by the time, and when the movie actually starts, he's in a mental hospital, and he doesn't know how he got there. So that's his first problem right away, is trying to solve how did he get there, who put him there, what circumstances led up to his being in a hospital, being interviewed by a therapist.
Was he like a double personality or something?
Well, I don't want to give too much away about the actual plot of the film, because part of the enjoyment of the film is to see it unravel, and it's going to twist and turn many times, and very few people are probably going to be able to determine what happens until the very end. I doubt that anybody would find this movie predictable, but he, you know, as I said, he's trapped in his apartment, and it's essentially, it's a film noir, but it's also very much a comedy. A woman moves in across the hall, and all of a sudden bells ring and things happen that make him want to open up his door. And of course he's terrified.
That woman.
That's right. Okay. So I play the femme fatale, and as I said, it's very much a film noir. And it follows that course for a while, and you can expect to see the villain, you can expect to see the femme fatale, you can expect to see the patsy and the femme fatale engage in all kinds of sort of, you know, sexual and romantic activity, and you can also expect for the patsy to be betrayed at some point. After that, you can't expect anything, because although it's a classic film noir, each character then does something that you would never expect him to do.
Nice.
So it's a genre, it's sort of a genre-hopping movie. And I was thinking about today, how am I going to talk about this movie? Because a lot of people ask after the movie, would you call it a comedy? Would you call it a sex romp? Would you call it, you know, a dark, you know, film?
Yeah.
You go on a journey in the movie. It's not a horribly dark movie. It has plenty of redemption at the end. But you do go on a journey, and the tone will shift, and the carpet will be pulled out from under you. You're not going to be able to know what to expect. So I would say go in, know as little about the story as possible. I don't want to give anything else away.
And just let it take it where it goes. Yeah,
Exactly.
Those are great films when you can do that.
So, yeah.
Now this won an award already. Was it Rhode Island Film Festival?
It won the Audience Award at the Rhode Island Film Festival. It won the Audience Award at the Brooklyn International Film Festival. It won Best Screenplay at the Long Island Film Expo. It also won an award for Best Supporting Actor for our fabulous actor Frank Deal, who plays the villain in the movie. So yeah, so it's been doing very well. We just got back from Montreal Film Festival, where we screened for a completely different culture who had a completely different take on the movie, and were sort of lined up afterward to ask all kinds of questions we had never heard before. So people, one of the things that people want to know from the filmmaker is, where did you get the idea for this plot? Where did this come from? You know, is there something this dark in your life? You know, I don't want to give too much away, as I said, about this story, but people really want to know where the story came from. It's a good plot. It's a fun movie.
Is he getting murdered?
As I said, you never know where this movie is going to go. I will tell you that that's not the end of the movie. So
Leslie Kendall, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
From New York. Welcome
so please, I just want to say really quickly, if you call the Glenwood Theater, they will put your name on a list, and you can actually see Body Antibody without paying for it. So here's another reason to go see Body Antibody at 7:30 tonight at the Glenwood Theater. We would love to have you come down and see the movie, vote for it, and all that good stuff.
That's what she wants. She wants your vote. That's all.
Well, there's There's the number right there, 913-642-4404. And again, that's in Overland Park at the Glenwood Arts Theater, and that's tonight at 7:30. And as she mentioned, if you call that number, you can get put on a list and see the movie for free.
That's right. Free of charge. So
nicely done.
Nothing to lose.
Thanks so much for
Thank you very much.
Fabulous job. Now I'm intrigued.
Oh, good. Well, we hope to see you tonight.
All right.